kind of business.
TechfluffTV is brought to you by ClearBooks, online accounting to free your time.
My name's Phil Campbell, at Phil Campbell on Twitter. I have numerous startups, but the one I'm really concentrating on now is Fibreca.mp. Fibreca.mp is a local, hyperlocal, organic, grown from donations and my own equipment, community-based studio.
So what can people do in Fibreca.mp? Tell us a bit more about what the space is and how it can be used.
Okay, so we have three main components, and that is that we have a space for businesses to be able to record content. They might be like episodes or a series of episodes over a number of months. We also have the ability for non-for-profits to come and use it for advertising. They have a major problem that they can't afford PR and media to be able to do it themselves to get their message out. So we like to help them. So we sort of do a little bartering thing there. And the last one is one-person bands. I think one of the biggest problems about people starting off in any industry, not just technology, is that it's very difficult to know where to outlay your money. So we like the idea of having that initial conversation, very similar to the way that social media works for brands. And so, we have those three components.
And the big question for startups, how are you funded?
At the moment, we're not funded at all. I went through a bit of a situation probably about 6 months ago, and it completely changed the way that I looked at business. And this has been built on the fact that after the last 3 or 4 years, I've been doing a lot of brand ambassador work for people like Nokia and 1,000 Heads, people who know that I know my stuff in the technology scene. So I had to stand back from my whole sort of life and looked at it from the ground up and thought, well, how do I want to do a community, how do I want to do a startup? And I wanted to do it from a very community, hyperlocal centric position.
Okay, and what do you hope for the future of Fibreca.mp?
I would like to make a blueprint. And that blueprint would be that it's not expensive to build a studio. I'd like to see more people coming up with a story as how they've made their business. I think a lot of businesses miss a trick, if you want to call it a trick, of not having that culture from day dot. And so Fibreca.mp has got a huge story behind it because it's got a lot of co-collaborators, CJ, PCM Creative, Daniel Rosart. They've both invested their time and energy into the studio. And what I would like to see in the next 3 years is that we have, outlets that within 10 minutes of a train station you can go to and you can record content, be it a community member or a small business or a non-for-profit. Because I think there's a massive push towards making video content for websites. Plus also I think HD and the advent of more broadband getting everywhere, more people are going to watch it. Kind of business.
TechfluffTV is brought to you by ClearBooks, online accounting to free your time.